model. So Joe, so now you're 4 years into it. You're kind of addicted to this game.
Yeah.
And you decide you want to start doing it on your own, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me what the steps were there.
All right. This is pretty interesting too. So, as I said, I was an engineer, and another engineer, a little younger than me, same age, he came down from another office. And so we were on an engineering site visit, and we were just chit chatting in the car, trying to get to know each other. And I just popped up, the ice breaking question: if you weren't in engineering, what would you be doing? And he said probably something in real estate. And I was like, huh. And that was the same time, I was investing in JWB and everything. So I told him, I was like, oh, actually, I've been actually buying some properties in turnkey, and he didn't know what that was either. And sure enough, he was a JWB client too after that. But after that, we were just analyzing, being engineers and knowing the numbers, and said, hey, we could probably just do this stuff too. So we formed an LLC. It's him, my wife, and me. So it was just the three of us getting rental property. So we're up to total for us is 13. So right now I have 13 rental properties, 4 with JWB, and then the rest in LLC.
Okay, so you still own the 4 with JWB.
Yes. Yep. Those are
You
set
got
it and forget it.
9 in the LLC. Would you classify that as active or passive? Like where like what kind of systems have you had to build out to kind of get into it on your own, in case anybody's curious about that?
Yeah, well, we actually wanted to learn it from the ground and everything. So those were considered active. We actually marketed and tried to get them from distressed sellers and everything, and renovated it. And we were marketing for tenants ourselves, learning the screening process and stuff. And we started that in 2013 is when we started the LLC, and buying some rental properties that way. And then after that, actually 1 or 2 years ago is when we started funneling off to property management stuff. Because once we learned it, we kind of, get it going, funnel it off, get it going, funnel it off. So right now that's what we're doing. So we're managing about half, and then we do the other half to a property management company.
Okay. And so, all right. So I'm hearing, as an engineer, you're a tinkerer, I would assume, right? Like you like to get into stuff and mess with it. And I hear this like parallel of your first kind of live it and learn it was JWB was less scary and understanding the fact that this stuff actually works with your
Yes.
handheld. And then your next iteration was, okay, this stuff actually works. Now I want to see how much I can do with it. Is that kind of like did the original experience with JWB, do you think that was necessary before you got into it yourself, or do you think you would have
Yes.
done it anyways?
No, I don't think I would have done it without investing with JWB first. No, they showed me exactly their system. They showed me everything that got me to just jump in and do it myself. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't. No, definitely not.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Because that is something that we see in the JWB clientele, right? Like there's a little bit of both, right? There's a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of people that are flippers, and they're like, well, I just want that money to do something for me while I continue flipping. But then
Yeah.
there's guys like you that are just like, no, I was a W-2 guy,
Mm-hmm.
and now that I've kind of taken a bite off this apple, I want the treat.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
So what were the obstacles for you so how'd you get educated on the rest of it, right? Like they showed you, I imagine that they showed you the financial system and you got the properties and the analyses. I would imagine that you'd have to get the education of like the marketing and whatever somewhere else, right?
Yeah, marketing, education, attending seminars, local Jacks RIA. It
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of it just getting connected locally with different networking and stuff, and seeing what they're doing and just meeting them as well. So that's how we got our foot in the door with starting the LLC and running that. And then with that end too, some of the properties were like not rentable, but mostly like flip. So that was part where it's like, hey, let me just get my realtor license too. So that's what kind of pushed me to get my realtor license too. So I'm a licensed agent with Exit Real Estate Gallery as well.
Okay.
So
So
I
now,
got the engineer going, I got the real estate exit gallery going, and then I got the LLC investment going. So 3 things, but it's all on my own time. I'm at home right now. The kids are upstairs doing their schoolwork. So, you know, it's great.